Chapter 208. The Waste_2. At that time, there were 5 Dao soldiers stationed at Tianshan. Principally speaking, even if the power of the demonic cult was enormously strong, it was impossible to break the seal and seize the 9 Ding. However, within the 9 Great Immortal Gates, there were several undercover agents from the demonic cult. Among them was Ji Taisui from Fuluxianti in Heaven, who plotted with the new leader of the demonic cult. Eventually, they managed to take away the 9 Ding. The Supreme 9 Ding, a symbol of rule over the human world, was stolen by the demonic cult. This was undoubtedly a significant event that shook the world. Moreover, the former patriarch of the Chu family, Chu Changkong, despite his severe and unhealed injuries, fought against the founder of the demon sword path, Zhu Yuming. After being injured further and the demonic cult's retreat, he managed his family's affairs and ultimately died in meditation on a rock in the deep mountains of his family's territory. In the great battle against the demonic cult, Chu Liubai, the third son of the Chu family, was killed. The second son was Chu Liuqing, a famed swordsman. He was severely injured, produced no sound, and showed no signs of life. The death of these 2 prominent figures of the family was a severe blow to the root. In addition, a third significant event occurred. The infamous white-robed swordsman of Longjing disappeared. Nobody thought that a mere half a month ago, this genius figure who had defeated demon children and swordsman seedlings from the 4 great families and who had narrowly escaped from the demon founder, had now become a wastrel incapable of using his magic power. Looking at the reports from the Great Zhao's estate, Han Yi realized that the events of the past half a month had progressed significantly. Under the joint attack of 4 other immortal gate masters, Ji Taisui, the supreme elder of Fuluxianti in Heaven, fell and died on Tianshan. On the same day, Wu Liangqia deployed an army of cultivators to eliminate Fuluxianti in Heaven. In the name of eradicating the remnants of the demonic cult, they massively destroyed everything in Fuluxianti in Heaven. Not only Fuluxianti in Heaven but under the joint investigation of all major immortal gates and 10 earth nations. It was confirmed that 7 blessed lands, 12 millennium cave heavens, 73 sects and families were closely linked to the demonic cult and participated in this operation. The further investigations still continued. However, one could foresee that in the coming months, there would be a bloody purge across the cultivation world. Unknown number of sects and families would face total annihilation. The prisons in all prefectures and counties might get overcrowded. Only when Han Yi saw the messages from the outside world did he realize that the Chu family's sword mansion was just one of the key battlegrounds. The demon cult's objective this time, besides the heavenly demon nether dragon scroll and the 9 Ding, included Emperor Bai Qian's treasure from 1,000 years ago, the Yellow Sand Land, abandoned Ascension Land, ancient Yellow Sand Country, all of which were affected by the demon cult's retaliations. Back then, when the Bai Tia demon sect was in power, Chimo State was the headquarters of the demonic cult. This place was akin to a land of darkness, with demons running amok and people suffering. Now, like Yellow Sand Province, it had turned into ruins with only a handful of demonic sects remaining. This suggested that the demon cult was potentially using the barren Yellow Sand Province as their new base. Even the existing 9 heavens and 10 earths were nowhere near a match for the Baitia demon sect back then. That was the #1 demon kingdom in the central part of the land, encompassing the 9 heavens and 10 earths. Led by the Wu Liangqia, the true immortals of Limitless and Taixu joined forces with the major immortal gates, killed Demon Lord Baitia, and after 100 years, suppressed the demonic cult, causing it to be completely devastated. After 1,000 years of development, the major immortal gates and the cave heavens and blessed lands have continuously grown in the central earth, forming the stable 9 heavens and 10 earths. Meanwhile, Emperor Yu dispatched troops to be stationed in the major states and cities, drove out the northern barbarian beasts, besieged the evil city, opened up new territory, and stabilized all sides' forces. The chaotic Central Earth gradually stabilized. Central Earth was originally a wilderness, with sparse human population and rampant barbarian beasts. Yet, human civilization emerged there, and more than 12,000 tribes were born. These tribes gradually merged into the current Grand Empire. It's almost time to get off the boat. Han Yi and Chu Xiaoyu walked side by side, got off the small boat, and officially entered Nanyu Prefecture, a significant economic city in the south and a hub of transportation. The most bustling section of the central street in Nanyu City was lined with the flowing Flowers River. On both sides of the street, there were various wine taverns, tea establishments, horse shops, street hawkers selling their wares. Chu Xianyu had only traveled around Qingyun State and Fuyao State in the past. She had never been to such a bustling place and was immediately enthralled. They unconsciously arrived at a shallow bay. Ahead of the bay, there was a mountain nearest to the front. Here was ancient Elm Mountain, atop which was located the Righteous Cha Academy, established by the Great Zhou. Legend tells of a disenchanted official from the previous dynasty who, disgruntled by the dim political atmosphere, resigned his post and departed. As he passed through the mountains, he encountered a formidable demon known as Hizu. Hizu had spent countless years cultivating in solitude deep within the mountain. Drawn in by the official's righteousness and integrity, the demon materialized. He revealed to the official that the world was on the verge of chaos. The official, despite his talents and ambitions, was left with nowhere to apply them. Hizu suggested he establish a school on the mountain to pass down his righteousness, for a storm was as inevitable as the sun's rise. Faithful to Huiza's words, the official founded an academy in the mountains called Righteous Cha Academy. Over the passing centuries, the academy blossomed, bearing the fruits of heroism within the hallways where silent wisdom prevailed. That century bore witness to a grand war between gods and demons, the establishment of the Great Zhou, and indeed, a profound transformation in the world as foretold. When the world settled and a balance was restored, it coincided with the rise of the disciples of the Righteous Cha Academy. They shone brilliantly in the court of the Great Zhou dynasty, and the academy they hailed from further gained recognition and fame, becoming one of the four great academies. At this moment, a platoon of soldiers, astride dragon horse spirit beasts, approached from the distance, stopping in front of the grand gates of the Nanyu City Lord residence. Though the platoon was merely 100 strong, each soldier brimmed with energy and an extraordinary aura, the cream of the cropped in elite force. An exceptionally handsome, towering general in azure dragon armor, riding a white lion, towered above the summit of the lion. He was at the forefront of the heavenly martial guards. With a snap of his fingers, the white-furred lion came to a halt. The towering general lifted his head, glanced at the plaque of Nanyu City Lord residence, and chuckled. I heard that the front gates of the Chu family's sword residence were crushed by an expert from the demonic cult just half a month ago. I wonder if the residences in other provinces have had their gates replaced yet? Who are you? From inside Nanyu City Lord residence, two cultivators at the foundation establishment stage darted out. Standing on either side of the stairs, their gazes fixated warily on the towering general atop the white-haired lion. Whoosh, whoosh, footsteps hoed urgently. Two platoons of soldiers darted out from the residence, surrounding the towering general and the 100 heavenly martial guards. Ever since the ruckus caused by the demonic cult that shocked the world, the Nanyu City Lord residence had been on heightened alert. The slightest movement would trigger a large-scale assembly of protective military forces. The towering general barely gave a glance to the two half-saint cultivators of the Chen family, completely disregarding them. Impudent, don't you see that we are the Imperial Heavenly Martial Guards? Behind the towering general, a man astride a dragon horse spirit beast roared ferociously, emitting a powerful sonic wave. The protective military forces shielding the feeble cultivators trembled and staggered backward. Imperial Heavenly Martial Guards. A confused voice emerged from inside the gate. A government official draped in crimson official robes walked out from the entrance of the city lord residence. His gaze swept across the heavenly martial guards, ultimately landing on the towering general. This man has managed to tame the frost spirit lion. The white-haired lion was no ordinary lion, but a spirit beast of the Earth's grade. The official's instincts told him that the man before him was incredibly strong and not a trivial character. So he went on high alert, asking, "May I ask your name?" The towering general glanced at Wen Ke with interest and laughed. "As a provincial governor, you are not too bad worthy for a dialogue with me. I belong to the Pei family, from Dragon Capital, and I am here at the Nanyu City Lord residence by the decree of the Emperor, and also by the warrant issued by the immortal sect to arrest the criminal Han Yi. What crime has he committed?" Hearing the general come from the illustrious Pei family, a clan that held a high rank. For 7 generations in the Great Zhou imperial family, The official asked in confusion. He is secretly held on to the heavenly demon nether dragon scroll, a relic of the demonic cult, a grave offense. Both the immortal and the demon paths are currently in pursuit of him.